Okay, YouTubers, this is the Elderberry Wine in the carboy with the airlock attached. And see, get close up here. For carboy, we need another 7 rubber stopper and one of these very inexpensive airlocks. And how this works is it keeps the alcohol from evaporating because there's a water trap, but of course the gas can escape from the yeast. And let me show you down here the top of the carboy so you can see the foaming. So this is fermentation. Now to get to this point I had to do a little fixing, and here again this is where things would have gone a lot smoother if I had had the hydrometer to test how much sugar was in the vat. When I showed you I had siphoned off the must into the carboy, I showed you that much, but then I got to put it up and put the airlock in and pretty much nothing happened. I mean, you could tell the yeast was active, but there sure wasn't a lot of activity, which it should be foamy like this, and it was just hardly foaming. And I got to thinking, maybe I should have put that extra 5 pounds of sugar in there. Maybe the yeast just didn't have anything to eat. And so what I did was I added the 10 cups of sugar, which is about 5 pounds, give or take. I added 10 cups of sugar in and stirred it up, and then left it without the airlock on for the yeast to regenerate themselves, and left that for a day and a half basically. And then when I saw that things were going really good again, I put the airlock in. So I hope this batch of wine comes out. There's certainly been a lot of problems with this batch, but I think we're going to have good wine. You can see the color is really, really nice, and it's definitely active now with all that sugar in there. You can see that stuff, that scum on there. That happens a lot, and sometimes with elderberries you'll see little seeds stuck to it, and that's what makes it really hard to clean these carboys out. And that's another reason why you need a carboy brush if you're going to use carboy to get this stuff off. But anyway, so we'll leave this set, and I'll wait until the yeast have stopped. There won't be any fizzing left. There'll be no activity in the bubbler or the airlock. And I'll wait, and then at a certain point, and there's no hurry with this really, the longer it sits in here, to a certain extent anyway, the better your wine will be. When it gets to the point where all the dead yeast cells fall to the bottom of the jug, and I don't know if I've got any already dropping out. I'm looking at the bottom here. I don't see any yet. Well, maybe just a very thin little layer on the bottom there. But what you'll see is maybe like a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, possibly an inch even, of sediment in the bottom, and your wine will start to clear. And when you see that yeast cake on the bottom, dead yeast cells, you don't want to leave it too long on top of that, because it gives a yeasty smell to the smell and taste to the wine. So when you get that big thick cake, what you do is you siphon it into a second carboy, and again attach the airlock and wait for all activity to stop. And at that point, usually, I'll let mine set in the second carboy for about a month. So usually at that point it's pretty clear, but then we'll go into some finishing techniques in case it didn't get clear, and how to sweeten the wine after the fact, and all this other good stuff. But you can see that we are definitely rocking and rolling now. We've got the wine is coming. All for now.